Cast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to iMarketsLive, the safe place to build your online business. For the first time ever, two of the world's most powerful industries unite. Here I go, I'm on my way with my love glasses on. The perfect blend of FOREX trading, where $5 trillion are traded daily, and network marketing, or put another way, people sharing. Multi-millionaire and founder Christopher Terry had a vision to change the lives of people all around the world by giving financial freedom. It makes so much sense. Simply share over 80 years of combined trading experience with the world. A trade signal service sends a message to your PC. All you need is 2 minutes a day, and a demo account allows you to earn while you learn. I'm gonna live the rich life. The expert traders send you a signal, and your account follows theirs, either manually or on autopilot. So is this new? Well, the product is 14 years old, but the ability to enable the average person to trade successfully whilst learning from the experts, well, that's not only new, it's remarkable. So if life is not what you want it to be, make a change now. It's never too late. And then start to share this amazing opportunity and get paid for doing so. A company-filled matrix earns you 7 to 8% of members' monthly subscription. And with thousands joining, that's substantial. August sees incredible pre-launch promotion. Refer new members, receive a bonus for doing so, and find the number of people placed in your downline expands dramatically. There's a $2 million challenge. Get 20 new members in 90 days and receive $5,000. iMarketsLive launches globally at the Bellagio Hotel Las Vegas on the 20th of September with heavy media and press presence. There's invaluable 3 days of training, networking, and of course fun. It's Vegas, right? And the promotions don't stop there. More money awaits you in Vegas, up to $1,700. If you want to set yourself free and enjoy the lifestyle you've always dreamed of, then please contact the person who gave you this gift. Simply click the Tell Me More button below for further.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to iMarketsLive business opportunity presentation. I hope you're all well. I hope also that you were able to hear the video that we kicked off with. Can't help but play that music every time I hear it. It just inspires me. If you could just stick a Y in the box for me in the question box to let me know that we're coming through to you loud and clear, that would be great. Superb. That's good. And 1 or 2 coming through. So I've got some Y's in. Good evening, Lorenzo. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hello, Lee.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing absolutely fabulous tonight.
Well, as good as that, huh? I've got some competition, clearly. Lorenzo is joining me this evening. We both sit as advisors to the board. I'm very privileged to do so, and we're delighted to be able to explain this business opportunity to you at what is an incredibly exciting time. We have 5 days to go until the founder membership closes. So those of you that are on the call that are looking to join, we're going to give you every possible reason to do so. And most importantly, we need you, obviously, for those of you that are already in the business and taking a look at it, to ensure that you're up to speed with the information. It's important that you pass this on to other people. We will be recording this and we will be making it available pretty swiftly, so you can use it in your marketing and get it out to anybody you think that really would like to change their life or achieve some financial freedom. I refer to this sort of business as the World Cup business. I'm a lover of soccer, as we call it over here in the States, or football for the rest of us. And these sort of things come along probably once every 4 years, much like the World Cup. And I can honestly say to you, I've been in business development for nearly 25 years, both on and offline, and I have never seen a business as well structured and thought through as IML. So you can take that or you can leave it, but we're going to give you all the meat to the bone. Lorenzo and I go through some of these slides for you now, and hopefully we'll do a Q&A at the end. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask those. By all means, you can, as you think of them, rather than writing them down, stick them in the question box, but we'll probably deal with them all in one run at the end of the webinar. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. I thought I'd just check with you, Lorenzo. Can you see the screen okay?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Okay, well, let's get cracking. IML, well, what is it? Well, quite simply, it is the merging of two of the most powerful industries, and that is simply network marketing or AKA people sharing, and Forex trading or trading in general. Now, there's going to be some very exciting news that Lorenzo and I learned or heard today, which will be announced in Vegas. Unfortunately, we are sworn to secrecy, so we can't say too much. But if you think what we've got to show you this evening is exciting, wait till you hear some of the news coming out of Vegas. Well, I've got to try and contain my excitement. Let me just read you some of Christopher Terry's own words here, because this is the man with the vision who I can honestly say to you, I mean, since I've got to know Christopher in a fairly short period of time, an incredibly humble gentleman with phenomenal vision and drive. I'm sure Christopher won't mind me saying that money is not the biggest concern he has in life. And that being said, he enjoys everything that life can give him now. And he has that freedom to do what he wants when he wants. But he chooses now to take a different direction, which is simply to now give something back and try and empower everybody else to enjoy the same lifestyle that he is now able to enjoy through his experience and 20 years in the trading sector. In his own words, or initially, IML is in essence a vehicle of permanent wealth creation. It is not just for the elite, it's not for the experienced, and it's not just for the wealthy. It's really important to emphasize that. IML makes products available and affordable for all to enter the trading industry with a level playing field and truly leverage the combined decades of expert experience. Now, as we go through the slides, that will mean a lot more to you. Now, Christopher says the idea of iMarketsLive came from 14 years of retailing my educational services and mentorship in partnership with other expert traders, which produce some of today's most successful and recognized traders and analysts worldwide. I decided the time was right to create a path to help everyone who is struggling in their daily lives or just wanting to achieve that little bit more. And our products do just that. Our products create a permanent path for success, and this is not only for those who want to learn how to trade as a profession, but also for people like parents, caregivers, and people who are already working that just don't have the time to learn. IML is a powerful system of products which now allows virtually everyone to become successful in trading. There is a better way than what you are doing now to create real wealth. And I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. And Christopher is living proof of that. As he says, I feel blessed to be able to bring you these products and this opportunity to meaningfully change your life for good. And I really want to emphasize that that is not just a cliche or an empty statement. That is the vision of Christopher Terry. And he has some clear goals and objectives for the end of this year, going into the end of 2014. And one of his vision, one of his aspirations is to make 1,000 millionaires within IML by the end of 2014. And I actually believe that he'll achieve that. Let me give you some background on Christopher. Well, He is our president and CEO of iMarketsLive. He has been a full-time trader and educator since 1998 in the futures, Forex, and equity markets. There's nothing about trading that this man doesn't know. And please go out and Google him. Check out what you want to check out. You'll see nothing but glowing reports. And that isn't easy as the internet is today. But that impressed the hell out of me, for want of a better phrase, when I started doing my due diligence and research on iMarketsLive. Over the years, he's built up a worldwide following and has traveled extensively throughout USA, Europe, Asia, and South America, educating on how to create financial independence. Christopher has helped thousands of traders across the globe all reach financial independence, and then they themselves have gone on to become successful mentors and educators both in the media and online. And as it says, since 2001, Christopher has been a favorite speaker at many of the major derivative conferences. Those you can see listed below. And I know straight after the Vegas launch, global launch of iMarketsLive on the 21st of September, Christopher, I think, is at the International Traders Expo as their senior special presenter or speaker to the world. It's the big worldwide exhibition for trading. So 3 fairly powerful questions. The what ifs. What if you could learn a new profession and earn while you were doing it, i.e. earn while you were learning? And what if your income stopped today? Just think about that for a moment. If tomorrow you didn't have the job, or as a family you didn't have the job, your spouse didn't have the job, how long do you believe that you can sustain the lifestyle that you're living now? And what if you could get connected to an education platform where you could work at your own pace, mentored by the very best in the industry? Well, there's obviously clearly a reason why we've asked those questions, and we hope that you will see that we've got the answers to them. This is a staggering slide in that I knew very little, and probably still do by comparison, about trading before getting involved in iMarketsLive. But I knew, significantly enough to appreciate the London Stock Exchange, Tokyo Stock Exchange in New York. But when you actually start to look at the numbers of what they achieve daily, and those are staggering numbers by our everyday lives, 7.2 billion, 18.9 billion, and 22.4 billion, just look at top left at what is achieved in the Forex market daily, $5 trillion. And all we would like to do is have a very, very, very small piece of the pie. And if we could just get that, well, that would be phenomenal. Some fun facts for you before I pass you over to Lorenzo in a moment, who's just going to tell you and take you through the signaling system, one of the phenomenal products that we've got. But the Forex market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Over 1/3 of the trades in the market, 34.1%, are generated from the good old UK. He says, sitting in California. The United States dollar is by far the most commonly traded currency in the world, since it's considered to be the reserve currency. Over 80% of all transactions in the Forex market involve the United States dollar. That shows you the power of the dollar. The major Forex trading centers are London, New York, Tokyo, and then Sydney. And 5, a fundamental analysis is a Forex study using economic and political factors such as unemployment rates, interest rates, or inflation as a means of predicting currency movements. So now you know probably about as much as I do about Forex. So Lorenzo, we've got some phenomenal products in this business that really create the foundation. Do you want to tell people a little bit about the Signal Service, and I'll flick through the sides for you, just really as you see the Signal Service and what benefit that can bring to everybody.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lee. Our 2 flagship products, our Signal Service and the Live Trading Educational Service. We'll start with the Live Trading Educational Service. Is where, I'll tell you how important this really is to all people. what I saw, and I just want to say my own words here, folks. What I saw in this was nothing short of amazing, where I could go into a back room, the very trading room, and learn off the backs of professional top traders in the world, to be able to learn and earn at the same time, to be able to walk in this room literally live while you're sitting on your computer and ask questions, look over their backs. They're going to show you what they're trading, why they're trading it. You'll be able to ask questions. That, to me, is phenomenal because it's educational and it's something that each and every one of us can go in to learn exactly what these guys do on a daily basis. And we can take this education and be so educated that we can actually use it as our own personal profession. And this, to me, is more valuable than anything else that I've ever seen. You know, folks, I'll tell you, my excitement hasn't stopped. The Signal service now, to add on to what we're getting as live trading educational service, is the Signal service now offers us all the opportunity that, you know, there's a lot of folks out there, there's single moms, there's people that work every day and have busy lives. And you can have a Signal service where now you can make and basically ride these trades by receiving a signal that comes to you. As long as your computer is on, it takes 2 minutes to set up your Signal service. Excuse me. You can set up a demo account, and up to $50,000 in a demo account, and it allows you to learn and earn in the fact that you will be able to get signals to your computer in less than 0.0008 of a second. It debunks that myth that you have to be a master trader in order to successfully exploit the markets for your own financial gain. I had no idea about how all these markets work, and I had fear of the markets because I didn't know what they were. I didn't know all these graphs. I didn't understand all these graphs. Here is an opportunity now for you to, one, learn what these graphs are, learn exactly what they do. You'll be able to take this education with you for the rest of your life, regardless whether you have a job or not have a job, regardless of where you are in life. You can take this with you because it's not just an education, it can become a profession for you.
And Lorenzo, you know, one of the great things I love about this is that we were having this conversation today, and I know you and I spoke earlier on today, is that if you genuinely are very busy and you're passionate about the network marketing, and we're going to come on to that side of the business, which is the other half of the business, yes. And you just want to enjoy and exploit the benefit of having a signal sent to your computer system and not learn everything about Forex, you can do that if you wish to. If you don't want to trade, you can also not do that if you wish to, i.e. you can just focus on the people sharing. If you want to create a new profession and immerse yourself in it, it's all there. And that would cost you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars if you went anywhere, and probably take you years by following those courses. And yet it's all there on one system, one website, for you to be able to absorb as much as you want.
Absolutely. As an example, I just spoke with a young lad yesterday who has gone through the school. He's 25 years old. He's gone to school for 3 years. He's $225,000 in debt. Okay, and this is what he went to school for, to learn this. And now that he's finished school, he has to go and find a job with one of these centers and then he still has a learning curve. So imagine being $225,000 in debt at 25 years old, and he hasn't even started life yet.
Yeah, that's horrific.
You know, and it's just it's awful. And you know, I really felt for this young lad, and I'll tell you, after going through this with him yesterday, and he said, you know, I wish I would have known about this 3 years ago, because I would have definitely saved all this grief in my life. And you know, now he's just joined yesterday, folks, and he's more excited than anything. And you know what Lee was saying is, you don't even have to. He's right. You don't have to go through the learning curve. You can use that signal service where you're going to get basically the trades that the actual traders are doing. Okay, so how it works is, they will go, they do what they do every day, they do their trades, the signal will go straight to the servers, and in less than 0.0008 of a second, that signal will immediately come and go straight to your computer. As you can see through these three pictures, okay, you can be thoroughly involved, like the first guy who's sitting there. You can be a stay-at-home mom and actually do this business, or you can take that signal, set up your parameters, and the signal comes through there, set it, forget it, go to the beach, go to dinner,
Okay, if you
spend
insist.
time with your family. Huh?
I said, if you insist, I will.
And spend time with your family, if that's what you so please. And the wonderful thing about it is that it's done within 2 minutes of setup every day. And there's really just set it, forget it, and you can learn if you choose to, and you'll earn at the same time.
Can you imagine what the value is of that, though, Lorenzo? You and I were talking about earlier, and I have this always analogy, which is, I don't know whether it's right or not, but for whatever reason, it drops into my head. It's like somebody giving you five of the winning lottery numbers for Saturday's lottery that hasn't happened yet.
Isn't that incredible?
It's just, it's that good. And so what is that worth? You know, would you then question about going out and buying a lottery ticket if that happened, if you knew that was the case, that on Saturday those 5 numbers that have been given to you were going to be the winning numbers? Of course you wouldn't. You'd go and buy a ticket.
Exactly.
And you know, the same thing applies with this. Now, you guys listening have got to take our word for that, but do you know what? There's a demo account there, $50,000 demo account, that means that you haven't got to take our word for it. You can actually get started, play with the demo account if it takes you a week, or you want to sit there for a month with it, or even 6 months, until you're totally satisfied that these 6 expert traders who've got over 100 years combined experience between them are sending out profitable signals. Now, they're only human. They're predicting what the markets are doing, and they will get some wrong. Let's be realistic about that. But all we're looking for is for them to get more right than they get wrong. And I can assure you they do a lot better than that. You know, we've been looking at some of the trades going on, and they've been getting 7 out of 9s and 9s out of 10s and so on. But, you know, there are no guarantees. But these guys are as good as the industry has. They've been handpicked by Christopher Terry in order to fulfill this obligation, and they've been given a very clear mandate, which is, it's not about sending out numbers of trades. And it's really surprised me that some people have said, oh, there's just not been enough trades today. We don't want hundreds of trades. What we want is them to be right and profitable. So if there's 2 in a day, but they make money, I'd much prefer to see that than 9 in a day and 7 not make money. Lorenzo, I cut across you very rudely. Maybe you want to recap on the signal service. Although on saying that, you've probably covered most of those points there very well.
No problem. No problem at all, Lee.
Let me skip on.
So why the IML trade signal? service. You accept the signal. I just want to recap this. It takes less than 2 minutes a day of your time. You could start trading up to $50,000 risk-free practice account. You can't get better than that because you actually get to learn and see exactly what the markets are doing. When you're ready, you can trade with your own money. The expert traders trade with their own money. You are in control. You have no learning curve. Your account will leverage a successful expert trader's account, and the 2 level of stop losses are always put in place. You select your broker. There's a low barrier to enter the trading industry, and IML will never have access to your trading account. Only you make money. So the live trading educational room, IML's trading team, these experts are made up of highly qualified professional traders. They currently cover the FOREX markets up to 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Soon, the service is going to include specialty trading rooms to accommodate members of all skill levels, from the novices to the experts. In your back office, you will see all the education that's there, not including, they will give you education. It's all there for you to have. That's not including the live trading. You're also linked to the live to the experts in the trading rooms, where you're going to be able to look over their shoulders of our trading team and see and learn all the strategies that allow them and yourself to win daily with the markets. The live dealing instruction with clear, easy to understand explanations in real time. This just gets to me, folks. You know, you're encouraged to ask questions and you'll be given answers in real time. This is highly unheard of. And you get to benefit from the extensive inventory of videos and ebooks in your back office and other quality resources in the members library that's going to teach you how to trade using the lingo of the master traders so that you can further your education.
That just gives you kind of an overview. But, you know, the great thing is, as Lorenzo's just said, you can look in, you can question, you can interactively chat with the traders as you want to learn, and you get your answers, your questions answered, not answers, question, in the real time. So, you know, it's live. This is not a robotic system. These guys, as I said earlier on, you know, Nick Stoddard has been trading for 20 years. And when Nick was on and works for IML, is one of the traders that's covering the markets, and was on one of our hangouts recently. And it was just a pleasure to have him there. And he's the most down-to-earth guy you could ever meet in your life. But, you know, what you have to understand is, and he's very passionate about what he does and what he does for his clients. And his clients are the likes of you and I now, IML associates. And he really rammed it home that, you know, people in the past have gone out thinking they can go and do a crash course for a weekend somewhere, get charged $9,000, and on Monday morning they're an expert in Forex. And the reality of it is that just ain't ever going to happen. And I've been surprised with the number of people that have come into this business over the last 3 or 4 weeks that I've spoken to, who have come back to it after doing exactly that and getting their fingers burnt, and then realizing there is a better way, joining IML, using the signaling service, and are now very, very comfortable with what they're going to be achieving on a day-to-day basis. Now, we won't spend too much time talking about what people are saying. The testimonials are fantastic. This is 3 of them. But, you know, what I would honestly urge you to do is talk to people in our Skype rooms, request to join the Skype rooms if you're not already in there, the Facebook groups and so on. We've got no end of those, and the enthusiasm that's in there and the results for some success and how people are getting paid and everything else comes across. So if you're not already in them, please make sure that you request to join. And while we're talking about, we sort of just touched on competition. There really isn't any. You know, there's nothing out there, and by all means, put us to the test. Go and see if you can find another company that is out there anywhere online or a combination of offline and online that offers what IML now are launching globally. 6 expert traders that you can liaise with on a one-to-one basis in real time with heaps of experience, getting their predictions on the market movements right and sending you a signal at home or at work that takes 2 minutes a day for you to activate, and you simply follow it. As you see on the left there, you've got advanced trading workshops that cost you $9,000 for a weekend, and you're supposed to be an expert and left high and dry by the time you leave. You've got blue water trading, which is $5,000 as a purchase price, and then a subscription of nearly $200 a month. And then e-mini exchange. These are sort of alert signals that are done by a sort of a prediction software package at $1,400. There's nothing here that has a real person standing in your corner telling you what you should be doing.
Lee, while you're on there, could you go back to that slide?
Sure.
I just want to say just a little quick tidbit here is before IML fell into our laps, my wife had left her job and she was looking online for something to do. Just to be very quick, she had found someone in the UK that was going to show her the Forex market, the trading and everything else, promised her the world. What she got for $1,000 was 2 half-hour sessions. As if you look at the blue water trading right now, if I was to come to any one of you today and give you that graph to look at and say, just look at that, study that, this is what a pip is, and go ahead and trade. And that's what she got for her $1,000. Now, if any one of you were to go on there and look at that graph on the blue water trading and explain to me exactly what the heck it is, okay, this is the kind of monies that people are trying to charge out there for a service of 2 half-hour sessions. And then they called her 1 week later and said, did you do any trading and how did you do? Okay, that's quite inane. And when you see what we are going to show you soon and how much this is going to cost, it's a mere pittance for live trading and live education.
That's a great point, Lorenzo, and you know, you've got personal experience of that, and I could look at that graph and wouldn't know one end of it from the other. And if I'm honest with you, you know, my focus, and I hope Christopher Terry doesn't take offense with it, is not to be a genius and a phenomenal studier of the markets. You know, my side is helping other people and networking and so on, but I do want to understand more, and I certainly am, and just starting to trade now, just simply turning the signaling system on and following what they're doing. So, you know, you don't need to know all that information if you don't want it. But quite clearly, there's a lot of people trying to charge a lot of money for a lot less than IML are offering. So let's just recap. We've talked about the unique products. We've talked about the trade signal, which is live, real-time, expertly executed trades with traders in your corner that you can chat with and ask questions if you so wish. If not, you can go onto autopilot, just have the signal sent to your PC and follow what these guys, these expert traders, are doing on a daily basis. You've got an education room with master traders. So from what Lorenzo and I have told you, what would you think that the retail price of everything that we've explained so far is? What I can tell you is that it's $1,500. And what I want to do now is start to add some real meat to that bone and explain exactly what you're getting for your money. So the $1,500 executive suite or retail package as it is at the moment, and things are going to change slightly when the company launches globally on the 21st of September. But at the moment, what you need to understand is today, now, and for the next 5 days, that there is a founder member opportunity. And if any of you know anything about online businesses at all, or know somebody that does, ask them who makes all the large chunk of the pie in any business that is in pre-launch prior to it going global or national, whatever it may be, but launching formally. And I can tell you it is the founder members. Now, what you get for your money is, as we've already covered, you get a signaling service straight to your PC, 6 expert traders with over 100 years combined experience, signaling you, giving you the green light of a trade that you should be following. You either choose to follow it or not. You don't have to trade. You can join at $1,500 and simply do the people sharing element to it. I'm going to do both, and I'm going to explain to you what my logic is and how I'm approaching both sides. And again, that's not for everybody, but some people might take that and think, well, okay, that would work for me. In addition to that, the $1,500 gives you 2 months executive membership. That means that anybody joining has a membership and a subscription, and that monthly subscription to use the full trading platform you'll see in a moment is $247. And as Lorenzo said, it's a tiny, tiny amount of the money that is potentially available for you to make by simply following the Signal service. And that's not even yet to talk about what is available to you that we're about to come on after this slide in the networking side. But I want to be clear, you don't have to trade if you don't want to. You don't have to learn everything about the markets if you don't want to, but of course it's there for you if you wish. It gives you library vaults of ebooks. There's heaps and heaps of material and training information to ensure that you're up to speed. And it really doesn't take any more than 20 minutes to set up your signaling service. And once it's done, you just need to log on for 2 minutes every day to reactivate it. It's as simple as that. So when we look at this in more detail, what I want to do is I'd like to take you through the other side of the business. And as it says on here, IML also offers a great direct selling opportunity to those who are interested in becoming an IML independent direct selling sales representative. Or, putting it in another way, it's people sharing. Just, I always take that back and I always say, look, we're compulsive recommenders. We naturally go out of our way. We can't help ourselves. If you go to a great restaurant and you have phenomenal food, you tell somebody about it. If you go to a store and get great service, you're going to tell somebody about it because it's a great experience. Somebody has wowed you. And this is what this company is going to do for you. And you cannot help but tell somebody. I've seen it today with somebody that joined yesterday. One of my team members, and in 24 hours, she's gone out and told 4 people. 3 of them joined today. That's how this company grips you. And what I want you to understand is that if you don't want to trade, or you want to focus on the other side of the business, which is telling people about the business and getting rewarded for it, then this is where you need to sit up and listen. So how does it work? Well, it's just to get an opportunity for you to share the company message with other people and get paid for it. So let's just jump ahead on that slide and explain it in a little bit more detail. There is a company matrix. It's what we call a 3x8 company matrix, left to right, top to bottom. Now, all you need to understand on that is that you can see in the top left of the screen, my pen's working here, there is you. And as it says on the slide here, the company matrix itself fills from the combined efforts of you, your inviter or sponsor, the person that's invited you into the business, your team around you above and below, and also being assisted by the company. And I'll explain a little bit more on that point as we go along. Now, people will appear in your matrix downline automatically, and they'll do that whether you've managed to refer other people or not. That's the way the matrix works. You join, you get your position and seat in the matrix, and you'll see is a really nice little chart that you can look at. Every day you log on, there's more and more people joining below you. You don't know who they are, you can see their names, but they've just arrived overnight as if they've just been flown in there. But that's because everybody else is doing exactly that. They're referring this business to other people, they go into the matrix, and it spills over. And it spills over into your downline. Now, on the left-hand side, you can see levels 1 to 8. Now, that is the levels that you're entitled to be qualified for. Now, there is a qualification process, and quite simply, as a founder member, and that's today for the next 5 days. You'll hear me keep going over this point, so I'm sorry to sound repetitive, but there are 5 days left. That's it. You will receive 8% of the monthly subscription from the people that are below you in that matrix. Okay? And that depends on what levels you are qualified for. And I'm going to go on to that on the very next slide. So let me just, that probably didn't quite sit home and doesn't make a great deal of sense. The monthly subscription to use the trading platform and the executive suite, the Signal service, the live video feed and so on is $247, which everybody will pay in order to use that trading service. You will receive 8% of that $247. That's $19.76 from everybody that is in your downline from the levels that you are qualified for. In addition to that, up until the 18th of September, there is also a $400 bonus for anyone that you personally sponsor into iMarketsLive. So if you go out and tell John about this business tomorrow and John joins, there's $400 coming in your way in approximately 10 to 14 days. It's normally 7 days, but there is a cooling off period once you've actually joined. And I can promise you that money arrives like clockwork. If you're in the US, you can put it straight in and have it put straight in your bank account. If you're outside, then you can have it loaded straight onto a prepaid card that takes 7 days to arrive. So by the time you've got your card, your payment's going to be on its way to you, and there is no limit to that. If you want to refer 30 people in the next 5 days, you'll get paid $400 from every single one of them. And you can see the numbers on each level, and this is specific, and I won't go into too much detail now, but level 1, there's 3 people, level 2, there's 9, and you very quickly can work out it's a factor of 3. And what you will find as we go through on the next slide, and I'll quickly highlight it here, is that just by referring 2 people into this business, you open levels 1 to 4. Now, you do the maths, you add up the numbers of 1 to 4. You add all those numbers together, and that'll tell you how many people you could be paid from once your matrix is filled. There's no guarantee on timing. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be 6 months, it could be a year. But I can tell you the matrix is filling rapidly and the company hasn't even launched yet. I joined Lorenzo, I suppose 2.5 to 3 weeks ago, and there is already 81 people below me. And that's just me, and I just, it's getting bigger and bigger. Every day I log on, there's more and more people. And if you do the maths on that basis, I'm benefiting from $19.76 from those 81 people below me already. I don't know who they are. I've put some people in, but I haven't put 81 people in there. I've referred about 15 people, I think, to the business. And so it gives you an idea of the assistance that you get from everybody else that is around you. This will give you an idea of what is unlocked when you refer certain numbers of people. And this is sponsoring people to join the business. Simply doing what we do every day. You have a great experience. You suddenly feel there's somebody that would love this business and love the simplicity of it, and you share it with them. And do you know what? You get paid for doing so. You refer to, as it says here, and you unlock levels 1 to 4. And you have a title. You are a manager. And you will really start to see the importance of the titles after Las Vegas's global launch. If you refer 6, you become a team director, and you now unlock 2 further levels. Let me just skip back to that, because those numbers are dramatic. So by referring 6 people, 4 would get you to there, and 6 people would open up 5 and 6. Look at the numbers in 5 and 6 that you will be entitled to be paid from once the matrix is filled. And remember, as a life member, you are locked in for life at 8%, which is not on the table after the 18th of September. Refer 9 and you get level 7 unlocked. Refer 12, level 8, and refer 15 and you get level 9, which is a bonus level. Now, we're not going to go into the numbers on 9, 12, and 15. They are staggering. And if we showed you, you probably wouldn't believe them anyway. But what you need to understand is that the only time you receive that payment, that percentage of monthly subscription, is when somebody's joined. They've paid their $247. They're in. And you just got a very small slice of that, 8% of it. So that is how this is truly, truly ingenious and completely and utterly sustainable. Lorenzo, what do you think to the $2 million challenge?
Oh, wow. It wasn't enough that Christopher Terry was offering that 3x8 matrix. And like Lee said, when you actually do the math yourself, if you guys can go in, do it in multiples of 3, you'll see the numbers, and then multiply it by $19.76 and see the staggering numbers. And that wasn't enough. No, Christopher Terry had to come out and do a new challenge and gave a $2 million challenge that for the first 400 members, and we have from August 1st until November 1st, any member that goes and sponsors 20 people will receive $5,000 bonus. $5,000, folks. And remember that if you're sponsoring 20 people, that's also $8,000. And that's still not all, because you now have 20 people in your 3x8 matrix. After your first level, where are you going to put the other 17? You have no choice but to put them underneath the first 3 people, and so on and so on. And remember that you get $19.76 for every person that is in your matrix.
That's 13,500, Lorenzo.
Exactly. $13,500. So I intend to hit 20 people, and I intend to reach that $5,000 bonus.
And guys, this is paid, and I can tell you this challenge finishes on the 1st of November. So you have until the 1st of November to refer 20 people to the business. After that, and you personally sponsoring them, after that, you're done. It will be paid and paid out to the first 400 people that have achieved that, and it will be paid at the beginning of December, absolutely in time for the Christmas holiday. And I can tell you the rate that people are joining, there's no hard sell here. This is a show and tell. This is, look, just get onto the webinar, or let me tell you a little bit about this, or we're doing an awful lot of 3-way Skype chats where people that are joining are just saying, look, while I'm finding my feed and just getting to understand the business, could I use you to explain it, and so on. Everybody, this is a team effort. IML is a huge team of people, all wanting, bearing in mind Christopher's vision is to ensure that everybody else now can enjoy the lifestyle he's enjoying. And therefore, everybody is working together to ensure that everybody can do that. So use people to assist you to achieve these sort of results. And very quickly, 20 might sound today as if, wow, how am I going to get 20? Well, once you've got 2, your next focus is 6. It's small stepping stones. And I've seen loads of people who didn't think they were going to get many, started getting 2, then they've moved to 6, then their focus is on 9, and then 9 becomes 12, and then 20 is in sight. So there's plenty of time. There's 7 weeks in order to be able to do that. And I've seen people that have absolutely rattled through 6, 9, 10 people in 10 days. So it's perfectly achievable. All you've got to do is understand the business and make sure you use people around you to help you do it. Which brings us to Las Vegas. Well, the company, as we said earlier on, launches globally, and this is really what this is all about, but launches globally on the 20th of September through to the 22nd, officially the 21st. and probably in the most prestigious location. It's at the Grand Ballroom of the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas. And the things that are planned there are staggering. It's a complete sellout, so we're not going to suggest that you get a ticket, but if you do want to go in, it's full, and you want to get joined, I'll give you a pledge now that if you can join and decide to join and you want to be there, somehow we'll make it happen. Linda's going to kill me, Lorenzo.
I know.
But there you go. We will. If you want to be there and you want to take action, you want to join this business, and the price for your ticket will be included in your $1,500. Just tell her Lee said. But no, call me and
I'll back you up, Lee.
yeah,
I'll
I
back
will
you
make
up.
it happen. Whatever happens, it's sold out. But I will get you there, and we'll get you in there. I tell you what, you will achieve out of that weekend. I apologize. 3 days is unbelievable. You'll be able to see the traders. They're all being flown in from around the world, trading live. There is so many phenomenal things planned. You'll be able to rub shoulders with probably 200, 300 people that are all doing what you're now going to want to start to do, which is just tell other people about it. They'll be able to explain what they're doing that works for them. And you'll leave with so much information. You'll see the live trading. Half of the audience that are there are going to be leaving with phenomenal prizes. And the key and the focus that is really being brought into Vegas is about burying broke. It's about getting rid of broke, in inverted commas, once and for all. And it will be an inspirational 3 days. So, as I say, take action, get locked in as a founder member, and then please just ask us. We'll somehow make it happen for you. Let's just talk to you about the bonuses. Well, let me skip over that, because what I can tell you is that there was a run of bonuses that were available for people attending Vegas. It's only a week away. So in order for you to get these sort of numbers, it may be difficult. But again, I'd love to be able to present Linda with a problem. And if you can turn those sort of numbers around in the best part of a week, then I'll stand in your corner and try and argue a case for you. The competition actually closed on the 10th of this month, 2 days ago. But I'd love to knock on her door or ring her telephone and say, look, I've just had somebody started. They only started today or yesterday, and they've already got 6 or 9 people in. What can we do for them? She's going to hate me, Lorenzo, but hey, that's the way it goes. So, guys, that's pretty much it for us. We're going to go to questions. What I just really want to finish off by saying is that there is an opportunity of a lifetime here for you guys to become a founder member in a company that I promise you, after the 21st, 22nd of September, everybody is going to be talking about. The first time in history, the trading market has been brought into the living rooms of every person around the world. You've got 6 expert traders in your corner showing you the trades to make. You don't need to talk to them. You just want a signal, that's fine. You can set your system on autopilot. And how I'm approaching it, and I did say I would tell you, is this. The way I'm tackling it, and it isn't mean to say it's the right way, but it works for me, and it certainly works for other people, is that I'm people sharing. I'm getting 15, 20, 25 people into IML who could do with this business to change their lives. I'm receiving those bonuses for bringing them in. I've got a great matrix of people building beneath me. I've got that monthly residual income coming in. I've got the bonuses coming in. They're paid every single week on time. And I'm then going to take some of that money and I'm going to put that into my trading account, follow the signals, and away we go. It's a win-win situation. And if that's the way you want to do it, that's probably an ideal scenario. If you're the other way and you just want to trade with your own money, then this is here for you as well. It's absolutely perfect. Lorenzo, is there anything you'd like to add before we go to questions?
Yes, thanks, Lee. I appreciate that. You know, folks, I'll tell you, I've been in the networking industry, never been a superstar, but this is something in all my years, and I've been there for 30 years, that I've never really seen before, not in this scope. You know, when you're out there, especially with a business like this, you get to work with the people that you feel comfortable with. That's who you're going to speak to, okay? And those are the people you're going to want to do business with. It's a great business to build, both financially and great relationships. I'm excited because this is something that everyone can do. And when I had a personal talk with Christopher Terry, he said, Lorenzo, we can help change a lot of people's lives with this. And that was music to my ears because he cares about the people. And that's what we do. And that's how we build. From Lee to myself, there's Sharon, there's Mark, we have people on the advisory board. We're a bunch of good people who care about people. And that's what we do. We're people sharing. And we get in there and we want to see the changes in everybody else's lives. And the more that we see changes in their lives, guess what happens to Lee and myself? Our lives change too. Our groups are growing. Our numbers are growing. We are making more money. Our people are making money. Everybody is succeeding. Okay? And that, on this side of the spectrum, is fabulous. And that's still not including the trading and that product. To me, oh my God. See, for me, I'm like Lee. I'm not technical savvy, but I like my time to myself. So I like to be able to go out and speak with people every day and have a good time that way. My son, on the other hand, he wants to be another Chris Terry. He can't wait to get to Las Vegas because he wants to go straight to Christopher Terry and talk to him and say, I want you to be my personal mentor. He really wants this, the educational service, really, really bad. And he wants to use both. And at the same time, he's also networking. So you know what, folks? It's one of the greatest opportunities. This is not hype. It's not any of this other crap, that you've ever heard. If you just take a look, get with the person that showed you this because it is a gift. When you see this, I know you will fall to the floor. I can't get rid of this excitement because it's in me, and this will never wane. For me, I haven't slept in a month since I've seen this opportunity, and I'm proud to be a part of this. I'm proud to be a part of this with you, Lee, to have you as a friend and a coworker. And you know what, folks? Take a look. You're going to love this.
Thank you, Lorenzo. I mean, everything you said is absolutely spot on. And until you get in, what I will say is that if you want, you've got to get back to the person that shared this with you. As Lorenzo said, it is a gift. Make sure you speak to them. If you want a one-to-one, which we can't do for fear of compliance, but if you want a one-to-one in our back office to show you the matrix and so on, we're always happy to do that. You'll see that everybody is here. I would almost say 24/7. This is a global business now in probably 60 plus countries around the world. And therefore, there's always going to be somebody working on your time zone. If there are any questions, and there are very few, so please put them in the box now. Maybe we've done a good job this evening in covering most things fairly thoroughly. I don't know. But I'll just make sure that I've scrolled back and not missed anything question-wise. But if there's anything you'd like to ask, please put it in. Great job has come through. Thank you, Darren. Appreciate that. But doesn't appear to be too many questions. We have one here. Does the $19.76 commission get multiplied times the number of the highest level, or is it the total of all the numbers on the levels up to that? It is the total of everything. So let me just give you those numbers because they are imprinted in my brain. When you bring in 2 people, Bill, you qualify and trigger levels 1 to 4. That is 120 people that you're entitled to. That doesn't mean to say tomorrow you're going to get paid from them. It means you're entitled to 120 people by sponsoring personally 2 people. Once those 120, as for life, you're locked in. So if you join today and it takes you 6 months to get 2 people, then that's fine. But you won't start to get paid from those people below you. You'll see them there, but you won't receive the money until you've sponsored your 2 people. If you then unlock and you sponsor 6 people into this business, you unlock levels 1 to 6. I can tell you that's 1,092 people that you're now qualified for. Again, once the matrix is filled with that number of people beneath you. So it is a cumulative total. And of course, those numbers get bigger and bigger. 3, 9, 27, 81. I'm reading your question here. If you multiply 81 by 3, you can keep going. 243 by 3 is 729. And they just get bigger. I can tell you I've been in this business 3 weeks. I've just used the simple show and tell, talk to people I know. I have probably 18, 19 people I've personally sponsored and helped other people who are now joining the business. It's about helping others as well, make sure they've got there too. They can trigger their levels. And I'm looking forward to the launch immensely, because clearly as the company launches globally, the numbers are going to, anybody joining the business directly rather than through the likes of you and I, Bill, go into the matrix as well. And it just spills over. So the numbers are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger on a day-by-day basis. So I hope that answers your question. I think that's pretty much it, Lorenzo. So we've obviously done a fairly thorough job. That's great. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate your time. We will be posting a recording of this. If you haven't got started, please go back to your sponsors now, or put somebody that sent you this information and talk to them. This is a life-changing opportunity, and you really need to take a close look at it. And as I say, the one-to-one back office option is there for you. Thanks very much for listening in. Lorenzo, have a great evening. We'll talk tomorrow, my friend.
Thanks, you too, my friend.
Okay, you take care.
Take care, folks.